Welcome to Heroic Debates, the podcast where legendary champions clash over the greatest topics in the cosmos. Welcome to Heroic Debates, the podcast where legendary champions clash over the greatest topics in the cosmos. Today, we have two of the mightiest warriors in the universe, Wonder Woman, the Amazonian demigoddess of Themyscira, and Captain Marvel, Earth's mightiest cosmic hero. The topic? Swords versus energy blasts. Which is the superior weapon in battle? Let's dive in.
A sword is more than just a weapon. It is an extension of the warrior's soul. The God Killer, my own blade, has felled gods, monsters, and tyrants. A sword requires skill, discipline, and strategy. Energy blasts may be powerful, but they lack finesse and honor. A true fighter does not simply blast away. They engage, they parry, they strike with precision.
So you're saying swords require more mastery?
Absolutely. Any being with energy manipulation can unleash raw power, but a sword demands years, sometimes centuries of training. When I face an opponent, I do not simply overpower them, I outthink them, and a sword allows for that.
With all due respect, Diana, warfare evolves. Why limit yourself to a single blade when you can harness the power of a star? Energy blasts are versatile, long-range precision, wide-scale destruction, even shielding. Plus, I don't need to carry a weapon. My power is always with me.
But isn't there something impersonal about energy attacks?
War isn't about personal feelings, it's about efficiency. If I'm fighting a fleet of alien warships, I need to take them out fast. A sword won't stop a missile from hitting a city. Energy projection lets me adapt instantly.
Carol, your power is formidable, but what happens when you face an enemy who absorbs energy? Or when you must fight without your cosmic abilities? A warrior must always be prepared for anything. Steel never fails.
And what if your sword breaks or you're disarmed? My energy is part of me. And for energy-absorbing foes, that's why I also train in hand-to-hand combat. I don't rely on just one tool.
Yet I have faced enemies who drain power too. Magic, technology, there are always counters. But a well-forged blade, wielded with skill, is eternal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the debate rages on. I've gathered some questions from our listeners to keep the discussion alive. Let's dive in. Listener question 1. What about durability? Swords can break, but energy blasts rely on the user's stamina. Which is more reliable in a prolonged fight?
A well-forged sword, especially one like my God Killer, is nearly indestructible. Even if it were to break, I am trained in countless other weapons and hand-to-hand combat. Stamina? I am an Amazon. I can fight for days without tiring.
My energy is tied to my cosmic powers, which are virtually limitless. I've fought entire wars without running out of power. And unlike a sword, I can't be disarmed. My fists are my weapons.
Listener question 2. What if you had to face someone immune to your weapon? How would you adapt?
I've faced beings who absorb energy, and I've learned to fight without relying on my blasts. My Kree military training makes me a formidable fighter, even without my powers. Adaptability is key.
Similarly, I've faced foes immune to physical weapons. In those cases, I rely on my wits, strategy, and the lasso of truth. A true warrior is never dependent on a single tool.
Listener question 3. Which weapon has the most dramatic entrance in battle?
Picture this. I draw my sword, its blade gleaming in the sun, and charge into battle with a battle cry that shakes the heavens. It's iconic, it's timeless, and it strikes fear into the hearts of my enemies.
Or imagine this. I soar through the skies, glowing like a supernova, and unleash a devastating energy blast that obliterates the battlefield. It's awe-inspiring, it's cinematic, and it leaves no doubt about who's the strongest.
A sword is not just a weapon, it's a symbol. It represents justice, honor, and the willingness to fight fairly and face your opponent directly. It's about connection in battle, not just destruction.
Energy blasts are about efficiency and protection. My goal is to stop threats before they hurt innocent people. Sometimes the most honorable thing is to end a fight quickly and decisively.
This debate is a clash of ideals as much as it is about weapons. Wonder Woman's sword represents tradition, skill, and honor, while Captain Marvel's energy blasts embody modern power, adaptability, and raw efficiency. It's like choosing between a classic masterpiece and a cutting-edge innovation. Both are incredible in their own right. And the winner is Wonder Woman, if you value skill, tradition, and close-quarters combat. Captain Marvel, if you prioritize adaptability, raw power, and modern warfare. But hey, why not both? Imagine Wonder Woman wielding a sword while Captain Marvel blasts from above. Now that's an unstoppable team. Keep the debate alive. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you think. Should we do a part 3 with more heroes joining the fray?